I think that what we feel is that there is a perception from the Trust that is not our perception, if we want to talk about perception. But what is real is that the Westway has cut through our community and is poisoning all of us, rich or poor, black or white, 5 years old, 70-year-olds obviously are worse. And what my difficulty is listening to all of the past and not seeing urgency in all of these people in creating any kind of reparation from humility from you. Because if too many people are accusing you, however unpleasant it might be, of not doing enough, at some point you need to believe the people that are saying this. And this takes us to pollution, of which you continually talk about pollution in your blog. You're very aware that pollution exists, but you're also hands up to it's not your responsibility, and you really can't do very much unless TfL and RBKC do something to make it easy for you. You should be lobbying them all, because we are all being polluted. No one sees it, no one cares about it, but you, because of your position of privilege, should be doing something. So what have you done? You've ticked a box, and I'm not saying that Marie is a box to tick, because I think she's brilliant, but unless you all shift in all of these conversations, including pollution, Marie should be telling you what you need to do about pollution. You shouldn't be giving her a brief, because it's her vocation, like all of these people that live it every day. So what I want to see from you is that you put your hands up and you say, actually, I don't know, maybe you're right, and consider it to be true for a second, because I don't accept a consultation that we all spend our time going into, apart from the mediocre, awful design, but this is about pollution, that we ask for the greening, the pollution strategy, when you've just spent a year of giving a brief to an architectural firm, that comes back with a few trees, no strategy. Your blog, we will be working on a green charter, which was my suggestion. So again, we go back to this. 2014, Mr. Picardi came to you and said, I can deal with pollution, can we work together? You entertained him for a little bit, then you crossed your arms, and when he took it upon himself, and I know this is old news, but this is really important, because today we are all still dying from the pollution, smaller lungs in our children. It is serious. Why is it okay that our children are being born with smaller lungs, but you that live in a different area don't have the same reality? It's not okay. And it's not okay that you give us false... So what was it? The green walling around the residential building, metres away from pure toxic waste, could not get through planning as far as RBKC advices. So we're not even going to challenge that. Marie is new. This advice was 2015. So what I'm saying is that it's constantly wasting everyone's time when you should be the beacon holders. You're the people that are supposed to be providing compensation to our health as well as our lives, our children's lives. And you should be going, I can spend a week writing my blog. I'm going to look at this. Actually, this is what's going on in the rest of the world. No, you have to employ someone else to do it, which is fine. But you should be doing that. You should be pressuring TfL, of which I think you're a trustee. You obviously have very close relationship with RBKC. I don't want to hear that there's no greening or anything else, or that we're the people that are bringing it up to you, because you should be saying to the community, do you know what, there's a problem. We've got the highest pollution in the country.
Just a couple of things that I would say in response to that. I think that this is one of the most pressing issues to deal with. That is why I worked with Marie for a decade before. I know that she's one of the most fantastic people in this area. When I, you know what, I did go away and think about how can we make a response to this? This is very pressing. Local people have, Tom tells, regularly how urgent and important this is. So I made the case for us, for the Trust to have the first head of environment. We've made a very successful appointment to that post. Marie doesn't have a brief. In fact, Marie is asked to create the brief. She's the expert. I need her help. I need her to come back and say, what is the potential here? The other thing is about TfL. I have hosted the Commissioner for Transport here at Westway. I have talked to him and shared with him the genuine concern about this issue. I have asked him to go away and come back to me with his response to that. But what I would also say to you is, we have to be careful about over lobbying TfL, because they are also our superior landlord, and everything we want to do under the Westway, we need their permission. So we have to strike a balance. We have to strike a balance between
Marco Picardi came to you in 2014 with a solution. You engaged with him, and then you went for him with trespassing because he did testing on Westway land. He has suggested ways of transforming Westway into a green place. And now you're talking about, wow, RBKC are doing something about it. It's challenging. We must work with them. I'm sorry. You haven't done anything. There is no evidence. You've got 4 trustees. Alan, you responded to me. You've got 4 trustees, including you, with expertise. Why is there no evidence? There is no evidence. Apart from you hiring Marie, there is no evidence. None. 0.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we need to move on, but actually hiring Marie is the first step. Can the gentleman in purple, let that be on the record? Can we get the
Will you
gentleman
just answer that? Would you sleep your children in those bedrooms overlooking the Westway? Would you sleep your children there? Do you know how toxic it is?
No, can we just...
No, she should answer that.
No.
She wants poor people to live in those
There's lots of
buildings.
other people that need to ask questions.
Yeah, this is killing people.
Fair enough.
It's life and death. Would you put your children in the bedrooms, Angela? Yes or no? Would you sleep your kids in that bedroom?
We can be honest. We can be honest.
Okay, can you ask your...
If I had a choice.
Can't answer.
please?
You answer. Yes or no, that's all.
All right, okay. This
I
gentleman...
really think that that's an
willing to wait for the answer.
Unwilling to make a statement publicly about that.
I think that that's an unreasonable question.
It's an unreasonable question. Whether it's reasonable for poor people to sleep in those bedrooms, but you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.